Hi children, today you are going to learn 6th class 7th chapter, that is fractions and decimals, in that exercise number 7.4. In this 7.4 exercise, we are going to be learn about the decimals. Now we learn about the decimals. Okay, in this complete exercise 7.4 and 7.5 about only decimal numbers. So what is meaning of a decimal numbers? What is meaning of decimal numbers? How we get the decimal numbers? Suppose if you take a one complete number, this is called as a whole number. 576. It is called as a whole number. Okay. Then you get a decimal number. A point will divide. One point will divide the whole number into the two parts. Then we get a decimal numbers. Suppose if I keep a one point here after the 5, then the whole number 576 become 5.76. 5.76. After the decimal point, the digits we need to be studied like separately. 5.761. If any numbers, you have to go through like that. If there is number like this, you have to write like this. See. A point will divide the whole number into two parts. The decimal point, this point is known as a decimal point. This point will divide the complete number into two parts. This is called as a integer part, integral. Integral part or integer part, and this part is known as a decimal part. Decimal, and this point is known as a decimal point. This point is known as a decimal point. Integer part or not whole part. This also called as a whole part. Integer part or whole part, and the right side of the decimal point, this part is known as a decimal part, and the point which divides this number, the point is known as the point which divides the whole part and the decimal part, the point is known as a decimal point. Decimal point. Now the place values also will be changes. Suppose if you take this 576, what is the place value of 5? It is 100. 5 into 100. What is the place value of 7? It is 7 into 10. 70s. And here, what is the place value of 6? That is 6 into 1. That means it is in the ones place. It is in tens place, so we are multiplying by 10. It is in hundreds place, so we are multiplying by 100. Like that. So what will be the place values of the decimal numbers? Suppose this 5 in ones place. 5 ones. And here 1 tens. Here 1 in the tens place. Here 4 in 100 place. Then what about the 7? Here 7 is not in ones place. It's after the decimal point. It starts from the 10th place. 10th place. That means when you divide by 10 here, this place is 10th. 10th place, and it is hundredths places. This is thousands place. Thousands place. That means here 7 by this we can also write like a 7 by 10, and this we can write 6 by 100th place, and this is a 1 by thousandth place. 1 by thousandth place. Now if I write some more examples, you can understand here what will be the place values of the decimal numbers. So here 5,67,867.321678. After the decimal point, we have to read the digit individually. 321678. In this, let's come to know that what is the place value of this 5? It is in lakhs place. So 5 lakhs. It is in, like we write 5 into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 in lakhs place. Place 6 in what? 1000, 10,000s place. Plus 8 in sorry 7. This 7 is in the thousands place, plus 8 in hundreds place, the 8 in hundreds place, plus this 6 in tens place, plus 7 in ones place. So we have multiplied place. But after the decimal point, we have to write place, and let us add this also now. How we write this? T3 in tens place, tens place, tens. That means 3 by tens of the place. Here it always start from the tens, and here 2 by it is in hundreds place. So if the only after the decimal point, if it is one digit, you divide by 10. If it is the second digit, you have to divide by 100. If it is third digit, you divide by 1000. Plus 6 by 10,000 plus 7 by 1 lakh plus 8 by 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In this is the expanded form of this, and their place values are given. It is in lakhs. Lakhs place, it is 6 in 10,000 place, and 7 in thousands place, 8 in hundreds place, 6 in tens place, 7 in ones place. This is 3 in tens place, hundreds place, 1000s place, and it is 10,000s place. That means 10,000 of the part. That means when you divide that. So let us see how to change the decimal numbers into fractions. Suppose 5.7 is there. How to change it to the fractional form? This 57. To change it to the fractional form, simple. You write the complete number 57 like this only. You write whatever the number you write as it is here. Discount after the decimal point. How many digits are there? Only one digit. This digit in the tens place now will divide by 10. So 15.74. Let us write this decimal numbers into fractional form. How can we write? We write the complete number first by this is tens and it is hundreds. The decimal digits are in the till hundreds place. This 4 by 100 will get no like that. So after the decimal point there are two digits are not write two zeros number, that is 100. Then we go for how to change fractions into decimals into fractions. Okay, 15.627. Let us write this decimal numbers into fraction. The decimal number means fraction no change chedam. After the decimal point there are 1, 2, 3. This 7 in thousands place. So we write divide by thousands. It is in thousands place. Then we will learn that how to change the fractions into decimal. Simple. Fractions 57 by 100. So how can we change into a decimal? Simple. After in the denominator there will be two zeros. No? In denominator there will be two zeros. You write the numerator as it is first. Write the numerator as it is. In denominator there are two zeros. Count the two digits from the right side of the number. 1, 2. After two numbers, after the two digits you have to keep a decimal point. So 0.57 nothing but 0.57. 0.57 nothing but 0.57. Suppose here 372 by 10,000. What we have to do? This 372 write as it is. See that in the denominator there are four zeros. No? Count four digits from the right side. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Fourth digit is not there, so we kept 0 like this. Fourth digit is 1, 2, 3, 4. Only four zeros. No? So 4 digits we have to count for the numerator number. 1, 2, 3 and fourth digit is not there. We have to keep it, that is as a 0 point. Now see, there are four zeros. After the four digits I kept a point here. So 0.0372 is nothing but 0.0372. This will be. So here we have learned that what is the decimal number. What decimal point will do is do it, and the decimal point will divide the whole number into two parts. One is the integer part or whole part. The other part is known as the decimal part. Okay, the point which is divides the decimal part and the whole part. Okay, it is known as the decimal point, and the place values of the decimal numbers. How to change the decimal numbers into fractions, fractions into decimal numbers. This is what we have discussed. Now we go for the exercise problems, and we saw the exercise problems here now. The exercise problem comes first 7.4. The 7.4, the first bit is that first question, the fractional form of 0.8 is 0.8 decimal number. Change into the fractional form. Fraction number. Here see, write the numerator as it is. First the number you have to write as it is 8. After the decimal point, how many digits are there? Only one digit. So let us divide by tens. Because this 8 in tens place. Tens place to the 8 by 10. So we have finished. Now the integer part of the integral. I told you what is integral part. Integral part of 15.9 is 15.9 is what here you will see. This decimal point will divide this complete number into two parts. No? One is integral part, the next one is decimal part. The left side of the decimal point is known as the integral part. The right side of the decimal point is known as the decimal part. So here he has the integral part, that is 15. Then the third question here, the digit in the tens, the digits in the tens place of 171.9 is the tens, not tens place. Tens place is nothing but that is 9. Okay, the digits in the tens place is 9. Now the place value of 8. Place value of 8 in 9.8 is the place value of this 8. What will be that? Is nothing but after the decimal point it starts from the tens place or not. We can also write this is after the decimal point is the first digit. No, that is in the sense tens place. So we will divide 8 by 10. If there is a second number, that will divide the number, the digit by 100 we used to write. So either you write tens or not 8 by 10. Anything you can write. The both will be correct. The point between the point between the integral part, the point between the integral part and decimal part, decimal part of the decimal number is called dash. That is called the point between the integral part and decimal part. The point between the integral part and decimal part. This point is known as a decimal point. That is known as a decimal point. I hope you understood this. We go for the second bit of this exercise number 7.4. Now see the second bit is that write the decimal for the each of the following. Here we have to read the statements and we have to write the decimal number. See that, read carefully the statement and we write the decimal number of these. Let us read that carefully. 125 and in the sense you will get a point. Remember, and in the sense you will get point there. 4 tens in the sense here only the 4 by 10 nothing but 4 tens. Now we have 4 in the tens place, like 105, 125 and 4 tens, 4 in the tens place. So 20 and 2 tens, 20 here and so point 2 tens, so 20.2, 2 in the tens place. So 8 and 6 tens, 8 and so point 6 tens, so it will be 6 in a tens place. So very simple. Now we have completed this. Shall we go for the third bit now? Very easy bits actually. And we go for the third one. Let's see the third bit now. The third bit is here. Write the following fractions in the decimal form using decimal point. So we have to write in the decimal point form. 16 by 100, See, this we have to write in the form of decimal, changing fractions into decimal, changing fractions into decimal. I already told you when I have given an introduction about these topics, how to change the fractions into decimals. So let us solve this all at a time now. Then we go for 16 by 1000 and 6 to 1 345 by 10. So let us change these numbers into decimals. See, very simple. Therefore 16 by 100, write the 16 as it is first. Numerator part you write as it is. Check in the denominator how many zeros are here. There are 2 zeros. That means in these numbers we have to count 2 digits from the right side. 1, 2. Because 2 zeros we have to count 2 digits. 1, 2. Then put a point. Before the point there is no number, so we get 0. 0.16. This is the answer. Okay. Next we go for this. Here therefore 278 by 1000 equal to, see the numerator right first, 278. In denominator how many zeros are there? Just count 1, 2, 3. So count 3 digits, 1, 2, 3. After 3 digits you have to get a point. Then it is a 0.278. And here next, let's write therefore 6 by 100. It can be written as, see, write the numerator first, 6. How many zeros are there in the denominator? 2. Let's count 2 digits. Here there is only 1 digit. What about the next digit? Let us see. 1 digit is completed. The next digit is not present here. We require 0, one more 0. After the 2 digits only we can put a point lines. After the 2 digits we can put a point line and then 0. So if there is no digits we have to put it like a zeros. Remember. So if there is no digits we have to put it like 0 and we have to continue our answer. This is 369 by 100. See that 369 will write as it is. And there are 2 digits, 2 zeros are in the denominator. It is hundreds. So let us take 1, 2. After 2 digits you keep a point. See, now this 9 in the hundreds place. Okay, 3 and 6 tens and 9 hundreds. And 6 tens, 9 hundreds. 6 tens, 9 hundreds. And see, here we go for that. Therefore 16 by 1000 equal to, we write 16 first. There are 3 digits here, 3 zeros are there. We will count the 3 digits, 1, 2. The third digit becomes 0 and 0.0. So after the 3 digits we have to keep a 0. Finished. And here let us write 345 by 10. You write the 345 and see where the 0 point, the decimal point will come. And see it, so only 1 0. Count the 1 digit from the right side, 1, and keep a point. That is 34.5. I hope you understood that how to change the decimal numbers, fractions into decimals. Now we go for the fourth bit here. The fourth bit is that write the place value of each of the underlined digit. So here there are 6 questions overall. In these 6 questions, in every question they have underlined 1 digit. The place value of this underlined digits we need to write. Very simple this is all. So let's go for these ones so that we can understand that how to write the place values. See, draw like this. Yes. Now simple. Now this place value of this is, it is in ones place. It is in tens place. Integer part now. 4. Place value is only 4 into 1, that is 4 only. Okay. Now here place value is that 8 by 100. It is in tens place. It is in hundreds place. So hundredth place. 100th place. And here it is in 10th place. So 9 by 10. And it is also in the 10th place. So 5 by 10. The place value of 5. Okay, then here it is in the 100th place, so 3 by 100. Now it is in 10th place, so 7 by 10s. Simple. This 10th place and 100th place, 1000th place, 10,000th place will be continue like that. We go for the next bit now. Now we go for the fifth bit. The fifth bit is here, find which is greater. Here the two decimal numbers are given. We have to compare these two decimal numbers which are given in the question, and we have to compare which number is greater and which number is smaller than, by using less than greater than numbers. Okay, we can write or not, we can also write this. Here 0.2, 0.4. First you compare the integer parts, 0 and 0. This left side of the decimal point is known as the integer parts. Let's compare the integer parts 0 and 0. Both are same only. Then after the decimal point here 2 and 4. Which is greater in the 2 and 4? 4 is greater, no? Simple. 0.4 is greater than 0.2. As we can write the therefore like this. Now we can write the therefore 0.4 is greater than 0.2. So next we will see that here 70 and 70 balanced. Let us see the next. Here 0, here 7. Is 0 is greater or 7 is greater? 0 is greater or 7 is greater? The 7 is greater. So we write 17.7 is greater than 70.08. Let us write like this. 70.7 is greater than 70.08. Next, let's see that 6 and 6 integer parts are same, decimal points. Okay. Next, you compare here first digit and here the first digit. Here 6, here 5. So 6 is greater than 5. So that means here 6.6 is greater than 6.58, and therefore we can write like this. 6.6 is greater than 6.58. And here you see 7 and 7. Next 4 and 3. So 4 is greater than 3. So here 7.4 is greater than 7.35. So we write like this now. 7.4 is greater than 7.35. Here 0 and 0 balanced. Next here is 7 and here it is 8. Okay. And this 8 also we can write after the decimal point. After these numbers you keep number of zeros, it has no value. It has no value. If you write number of zeros also, they has no value. Now you can write like this. 0, 0. 76, 80. Which is greater? 80 is greater, no? 76, 80. 80 is greater. But should not pronounce like that. Compare like this now. 0 and 0, integer parts are same. Here 7, here 8. So 8 is greater, no? 0.8 is greater than 0.76. As we can write now, therefore 0.8 is greater than 0.76. So in this way we can compare the decimal numbers, which is the greater decimal and which is a smaller decimal number. Now we go for the sixth bit. Here we go for the sixth bit of exercise number 7.4. Here sixth bit and seventh bit based on the ascending order and descending order of the decimal numbers. How to write the ascending order and descending order of the decimal numbers? So we can write the ascending order and descending order when you know the value of the decimal numbers. When you are able to compare the decimal numbers, then you can write in the ascending order and descending order. If you know what is the smaller decimal number and what is the greater decimal number, then we are able to write the ascending and descending orders. See that in the 6 pointer. Okay, rewrite in the ascending order. The first question in 6th bit. The first question is that 0.04, comma 1.04, comma 0.14, comma 1.14. We have to write in ascending order. Ascending order. What is the meaning of ascending order? The numbers which we write, the smallest value number to biggest value of number. The smallest value of number we have to write. See here 0 point and 0 point. 0 will be first. Then 0.04, 0.14. 0.04, 0.14. Here 0.0, 0.1, 0.04 is first. It will be smaller than, is the less than. That means this is smaller than 0.14. Then let us compare this 1 point, 1 point, leave it point and point balanced. 0, 1, where 0 is the smallest one, so 1.04 less than 1.14. So these are in the ascending order, or else you can also put the commas like this. So put a commas or not put a less than symbol like that. Okay, then we go for the second question here. What is the second question? 9.09 comma 0.99 comma 1.1 comma 7. Let us write the ascending order of this. Ascending order of the given decimal numbers. First 0 points will come. 0.99 will come. That means this is a zero value. 0.99. After the 0, 1. So we get 1.1. After 1 point we get 9. 9.09. So, sorry, after the 1 we get 7 here. There is a 7. 7 after we will get 9. 9.09. That means this number is after the 9. It is 0.99, 1.1, 7 and 9.09. This is the ascending order of the given decimal numbers. So if you know that how to compare the decimal numbers, then we can write this. In the before bit, in the fifth bit, we have already learned that how to compare the numbers. Now we go for the seventh bit. That seventh bit also we have to write the descending order. If you know how to make a ascending order and if you know how to compare the numbers, then easily we can write that how to rewrite the numbers in ascending order or in the descending order. Let us go for descending order. The descending order of the numbers, see that first 8, 8, 8, all 8s are there. Then we will compare the decimal parts. Here 8.6, 5, 0, 8. So first 0 will come. 8.09. Next after the 0 decimal numbers you see here 6, 5, 8. Then 5 will come. That means nothing but 8.59. Then next 8.6. Then 8.8. 8.6 and 8.8. But we have written in ascending order. But what we have to write? Descending order we have to write. Descending order this is what? Greater value of number to smaller value of the number. So the greater value of the number in this now. See, this is a mistake, you should not do it. That's why I wrote like that. Now the greatest number is 8.8. Then we get 8.6. Smaller than this is 8.59. Then smaller than this, the smallest value of the given number, that is 8.09. Now these numbers are in the descending order. Greatest value of the number to smallest value of the number. Then we go for the second one. The second question is 6.8, comma 8.66, comma 8.08, 8.06 and 8.68. Let us write this in the descending order. The descending order will be like that. See what is the greatest number in this first? 8.66, 8.68, 66, 68. That means we will get, this is the greatest number, 8.68, then 8.66, next 8.06, 6.8. After the 8 only we get, so after the 6 only we get 8. First 8 we have completed, then last the smallest one is 6.08. I hope you understood this exercise 7.4. In this 7.4 exercise we have learned that how to compare the numbers, that is decimal numbers, and what is the integer part and what is the decimal part of the decimal numbers, and also how to write the decimal numbers into the fractional form or not in the decimal form, and how to write the decimal numbers in ascending order and descending order of the decimal numbers. Thus we have learned the 7.4 exercise. I hope you understood, children. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you all. Bye.